Everybody. So Chimera, who's doing great by the way, has been getting lots and lots of screen time. So today we're going to look at Miss Ruby. Hi, Miss Ruby. She is gorgeous. She was also so little when we got her. Had been neglected for a couple of years, and now, oh my goodness, she has got the opposite problem of Mr. Chimera. So as she has her dinner, you'll see why she has that problem in just a minute. So anyway, I wanted to give her a little bit of equal time. I'm also going to get Finian on here. Merlin has decided to give Brimation a second shot. So he's sleeping. But Miss Ruby, she is totally happy to have some roaches. Oh, right here, baby. See, the problem I have with her is she has got her vision affected from her malnutrition. So she only sees partially on one side. It took me a while to figure that out. I couldn't understand why she was reaching for the roaches and she was missing them about 50% of the time. And I thought, well, that's kind of odd. And so as I started working with her, I realized that she has, in one eye, she seems to have normal vision. In the other eye, she sees light and shadow, but I don't think she sees much else. And so, you know, she goes for movement, which is why sometimes she'll reach for the tongs and tongs are empty, because she just doesn't see well out of that one side. But, you know, again, I have no doubt that that was nutritional from having gone 2 years and not having live feeders at all, only having lights replaced when they burned out. And, you know, just overall neglect, didn't have the right lighting, didn't have the right heat source. You know, she just struggled. But now if you look at her, she's big and beautiful. The only thing is I have to monitor how much she eats and measure it out, because she will binge eat, and she will literally eat until her stomach hurts and it makes her feel bad. So, you know, it's one of the things that happen when you rehab dragons is that, you know, when they realize that they are finally getting to eat and there's food to be had every day and they have both live feeders and greens, is sometimes they go a little hog wild, so much so that, you know, it becomes a problem and they get too heavy. So I've been working with her. She has lost 8 grams, which is great. I'd like to see her, you know, lose another 15 to 20 grams. But yeah, she's doing awesome. Also, I didn't think that I was going to have her this long. I've had her now almost 14 months. And her rehab's over. I mean, she's ready to be the perfect pet for somebody. The problem is the people that, you know, have asked around or friends have referred them to me that come and look at her, you know, all end up with, oh, she would be great for my kids. Okay, well, again, that's what got her into care in the first place, is that she was the pet of a child, of a 12-year-old boy, who then turned 14 and decided he had more time for his skateboard than he did for his dragons. So, and she was not the only reptile he had. He had several. And by then she had been, she was so bad off, you guys. I didn't know if she was going to make it either for the first few days. And she was a hider. She'd hide from me. She didn't want to interact. She was afraid of human hands because he grabbed her all the time, because I don't think his fine motor skills were fantastic. And so, you know, to her, human hands didn't mean anything good. They just meant, you know, somebody's going to grab me and partially crush me trying to pick me up, and then they're going to put me back in here and give me freeze-dried bug parts and no live feeders, and it just, you know, wasn't worth it for her. So she was not terrific. She's much better now. You know, you can hold her. She will still sometimes startle at first. But again, that's just, you know, her playing old tapes. That's the reaction that, you know, she has to remind herself, oh, wait, you know, now I have people that when they hold me, they're gentle with me, and they don't hurt me, and they don't rush me, and it's okay. And then she calms right down, and you can hold her and pick her up, and she's so, she's really a wonderful dragon, you guys. She's so curious, and she really is just, she's a delight. I kind of found out, she kept trying to get over and chew on my fingers, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. Then I realized I was wearing nail polish that had glitter in it. Well, guess who noticed it? She notices everything, and she loves anything sparkly she can get her hands on. She likes to lick it and play with it, and, you know, watch it glisten back and forth. I mean, it's a thing for her. So what I'm going to do is, for Christmas, Merlin and Finian got a ping pong ball with their name on it that they can nudge around their enclosure. And so she didn't seem all that interested in a ping pong ball. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to find a small clear ball that I can put some fake rhinestones in for her just to look at and play with while it's in her tank, because she loves sparkly things so much that I'd like to give her something that she can just, you know, and I might even hang it from the ceiling instead of, you know, just being a ball that she can, you know, play with on the ground. So I think she would like that better, because she spends the majority of her time either here on her log or over here on her basking spot. So, and sometimes up here in her tree, depends on her mood. So, you know, I think it would be awesome for her to be able to have something sparkly to look at. She's the only dragon I've ever had, and I don't know if it's a female thing because she's the only girl or what, but she's the only one I've ever had that's literally paid attention and found it fascinating to have, you know, sparkly things. So I'd like to give her that to have. She could use a little spoiling. I mean, she's a good girl, and she has done wonderfully. You can see there's a little piece of shed over here. It's okay, Ruby. See what I mean about the startle? That made her very nervous that I was reaching around her. It's okay, sweetie. I was just moving this piece of shed off of you. But yeah, that's what I mean by old habits. But you notice she's not at all aggressive. I mean, I did that in the middle of feeding her. So she's, you know, hyper food mode, and she's very food motivated. So I reached around her, and though it made her startle, you know, she didn't give me any grief about it. She didn't try to hurt me or bite me. She closed her eyes because it worried her a little bit. And then she was fine once she realized that I was just getting some shed off of her, because I never do anything that hurts her, ever. And I let her decide, you know, when she'd like to be held and when she wouldn't, and I respect that, and so she's fine. Okay, Ruby, that's all the roaches you're going to get today. I'll give you a few super worms to round out your meal, and then that will be the name of that game. But yeah, she's also going to get a tank upgrade. You know, again, I wasn't planning for her to be in rehab this long. I wasn't expecting her to be here a year, because she was really ready after about, you know, probably 9 months. But everybody that came to see her wanted her for their kids, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm sorry, but unless she's going to be in like the living room or a common area where you are going to be responsible for her care, then I can't release her to you. So that's the name of that tune. So, last one, my sweet. Good girl. Good job, Ruby. That's all of them. You did a good job. But, you know, she's a fantastic dragon. She's a little chunky, but we're working on that. And, you know, she's beautiful. She's really beautiful. And she's so smart. She notices everything. If you call her name, sorry guys, I was dropping the camera. If you call her name from across the room, she responds right away. She loves music. If you sing, you know, Ruby Dooby Doo, we love you. Ruby Dooby Doo, how are you? She loves it. She will sit with you for an hour. I took her with me to have my nails done the other day, and she was so funny. She decided she'd had enough sitting on me, which was fine. She walked over to where the lady was working on my nails because she wanted to lay down under her light. She thought the lady's light had heat under it, which it didn't. But she sat right there and looked at both of us like, what should we talk about now, since we're all girls? It was the cutest thing. So that's my sweet girl. But yeah, I will not put her back in a situation from whence she came. I can't even imagine the post-traumatic stress disorder that would come with that for her. And she's such a sweet girl, and she's so pretty. She has the best beard. I love her beard. It's hard to tell in this light, but that beard is as tangerine as it comes. It has as much yellow as it does orange. It's just so pretty. But anyway, that's Miss Ruby, the gem of the dragons. She's so beautiful. Yeah. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a good time, and we will see you in the next video. Say bye, Miss Ruby. Say bye to your adoring public. Say bye, adoring public. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Have a great day.